Alright, it's time for a Lee Sin game. It's been quite a while. It's another diamond game. And, hold on. Yeah, I use voice checks, remember, to keep the audio and visuals together. Voice check 2. So, anyways, here's one thing I'm going to tell you right now. You can max out either Q or you can max out E. Don't ask, why does someone not max out his E first? It depends on whatever the fuck you're going in this game. If you max out Q, you go for damage. If you max out E, you go for utility and, AoE damage. Anyways, attack damage red, attack damage green, armor yellow, magic resistance blues, and 921-0 masteries. The ward range masteries pretty much goddamn useless, so I don't want to. Anyways, I feel the enemy team is gonna want to gank Annie since she's so pushed out. However, it takes a while for anything to happen. She already tried killing Kha'Zix, so I didn't react fast enough. Either way, I left, and then Evelyn comes in, but I still managed to hit her and pretty much kill her. Now I have double buffs to myself, and Evelyn is knocked out of the game. Here, though, I know that Evelyn's going to go for wraiths, and I show up there, kick her in the face, force her off. She pops her W, her long cooldown W. So now here, I know she's going to want to cross this path again, so I ambush her, strike her down. It becomes a very, very close slugfest. But there's a couple things to my advantage. One, I'm Lee Sin. Two, I have red buff. And three, I also have blue buff. Also, I got the ambush hit, which means I got 2 free hits on her before she could fight back. I wasn't at full health, but I was still able to take her down. So, with that, Evelyn is essentially buried for the early part of the game. She won't be able to contribute as much as she had probably hoped for. So right now, my team has a massive advantage, both with Evelyn being taken out of the picture, and second, with me being pretty big. Once again, Evelyn tries to gank top, but she's got no buffs or anything. So I catch her, I beat her down, and she escapes, but the enemy Volibear is fighting the Rengar. Though I question that, considering that I doubt the Rengar would have lost. So instead of instead of running that risk, I turned around and helped out the Rengar survive the Volibear thing. Go back mid, take care of mid lane for Annie, and I realized, holy crap, Kha'Zix hurts. I should not do that again. So I'm going for Q here because I'm maxing out Q here because I'm going for damage. I mean, aside from Volibear, most of their team, aside from Volibear and Tag, most of their team should not be. Not Tarek. Besides Volibear, they shouldn't be able to resist my Q. E should just be enough to slow them. They don't really rely on attack speed to do shit, not even Ezreal. So I'm going to need a Q to execute them. I mean, if I hit Ezreal with my Q and he's low, I'll be able to finish her off. Here, they made it insanely obvious that they were coming in for a gank. I kick Evelyn away and then I Q her when she tries to flash over. I managed to apply the red buff and, Tibbers punches her in the nuts and kills her, and then Andy picks up a double kill. So here's what happened there. Kha'Zix ate all of Annie's spells and survived, and that made it very obvious that Evelyn was showing up. Why else would Kha'Zix, freely take some damage like that? I show up, we counter gank Evelyn, which is probably her biggest weakness as a jungler, being counter ganked by a really strong duelist, which Lee Sin is. By the way, I was 4th pick in my team. I picked Lee Sin to counter Evelyn, to counter Ezreal. Ezreal isn't exactly completely countered by Lee Sin, because, the attack speed slow doesn't really matter too much. But the fact is, I can keep up with him. Like, Ezreal's got that whole slippery nature of him, but Lee Sin can keep up and, make sure to finish him off. That said, I have Spirit of the Ancient Golem instead of Spirit of the Lizard Elder, because Spirit of the Lizard Elder is not fully utilized by Lee Sin anymore. His E isn't physical damage. And I got myself a Phage. With Phage, I'll be able to, apply more. With Phage, I'll be able to keep up the combat. Here we catch an Evelyn, poor Evelyn. She gets caught by Annie. I want to get the double buff for myself, so I Q her, ult her, and then hit her with a flying kick. So, I wouldn't normally go damage on Lee Sin, but the whole fact that I'm getting massively fed, I haven't died, and I have a good steady gold stream going to me. Not surprisingly, I have very shitty gold because I spend most of my time roaming and getting kills. I was able to go damage, and I am able to actually contribute very well with that said damage. I'm going Trinity Force to go more utility damage, like So you can have, like, if I could, the alternative to this would have been to go Bloodthirster and deal a shit ton of damage with my spells, but I wanted the Phage, movement speed, and I wanted the Sheen burst damage, so that's what I got myself. So, right there, the Evelynn died because she gave chase to the Rengar, and she had no mana, despite the fact she had a blue mana pot, and she didn't bother using it, so. Anyways, I'm farming up, I'm getting CS, I'm actually like one of the champion that is a support with the least amount of CS. It doesn't really matter, I have, 5 kills, the most in the game, along with the Annie, and 0 deaths with a few assists. Now I got myself another one, we kill ourselves an Evelynn, and we kill ourselves a Kha'Zix there, and I still have yet to die. As I said, Lee Sin was a counterpick to Evelynn. He's one of the most versatile champions. He's sustained. You can farm up with him. You can gank with him. He does everything a jungler wants to do plus more. And the thing is, oh, by the way, here, this makes a lot of sense, right? A Taric can 1v1 the AD carry Ezreal. Yeah, that makes a lot of fucking sense. Anyways, Lee Sin does a lot of things a jungler would want to do, and he can, he can change his itemization, he can change his role in the game while he's already in the game. Such as, like, I could go with the mind, I'll probably end up being a support bruiser this game. I get 10 or 5 kills or whatever early into the game, and like, oh, I can transition into a badass damage dealer now. Oh, I don't get any kills, and I just get non-stop destroyed. Oh, I'll turn myself into an aura carrier because I don't have enough gold to, benefit my team in other ways. Or whatever. That's what Lee Sin is good at. He can transition himself into whatever his team wants while he's already in the game. He can build in almost any way he wants, and he has very little weaknesses, and he has a lot of positive matchups. Lee Sin is almost the perfect jungler. Sorry, I have to clear my throat. For whatever reason, my throat became... As I was progressively speaking, my throat stopped, got muddled or whatever. Anyways, I'm just pushing down bottom lane. I'm like, oh, my teammates are going to finish this game. I don't need to be here. But they dick around. They let the Nexus stay up. I'm like, I should probably get there. I'm like, nah, I'll just take bottom CS. Seeing as my teammates still have yet to finish it, you can see me sort of crawling back and forth down bottom lane. But thankfully, the minions and I guess Caitlyn finally decides, fuck it, finish this game and it's over. But yeah, for Lee Sin, it was a great showing. It was a great showing of how he counters Evelynn. Woo. Alright, it's time for a Lee Sin game. It's been quite a while. It's another diamond game. And, hold on. Yeah, I use voice checks, remember, to keep the audio and visuals together. I check too. So, anyways, here's one thing I'm going to tell you right now.